Hello, spiritual friends. Today I want to talk about Pluto. Planet Pluto, the sign and house that your planet is in, and how you can use those placements to really break generational curses. And I wrote a lot of notes about this because this is a very interesting topic that not a lot of astrologers talk about, which is how to break generational curses, how to break free from past life heavy beliefs and belief systems in order to ascend and to be able to be your authentic self, to not be weighed down by past beliefs and things that are passed on in your family line. I think that is very important, especially with right now currently being in a world where change is needed. Change is needed, and we are starting to realize, and this also has to do with astrology, but we're all starting in a collective level to realize that things are not working out. Structures, work, jobs, education systems, health systems, political systems, traditional systems are not working out for us anymore, and there is a need to replace them with a more evolved version. So this is where Pluto comes in. And Pluto is the planet of death, transformation, rebirth, and it can also represent our deepest fears and anxieties and things that are beliefs that are passed on to us from past lives and from previous generations. The Pluto planet is represented in tarot. If you're aware and if you know about tarot cards, the Pluto planet is represented in the Judgment card and in the Death card, and those two cards represent different sides of Pluto. Judgment card represents the final judgment. You have reaped what you sow. And actually your actions are being physicalized in the end, in the death scenario. And with this judgment arising, we have after this the death, which is the death is the transformation. It's breaking the link between what you've done during your life and what the next generation after you will experience in their reality after when they're born. So it is very important to break those links from your previous generational from your previous family members and from your generation and from your family, because this will allow you to live through your own lens and see the world in your own authentic way versus seeing it through the filter of trauma and belief systems of your past generations. Pluto is also associated with very taboo topics. It rules rules the sign of Scorpio. So Pluto is associated with taboos, with things that make us uncomfortable, truths that we don't want to face, and subconscious truths. So Pluto will also be the planet in your chart that you can look at to find and pinpoint things that you need to change in your experience, in your potential, in your lifetime, to be able to have this deeper transformation and this rooted transformation that will really clear out the generational curses. And now I want to talk about a little bit about Pluto and why is it so difficult to tap into this energy. Pluto is, like I said, very dark, deep energy. It can be very good, but it can also be very difficult to tap into because it is a planet that gives us a look into our anxieties and fears. And usually we're not very keen on looking at those things. We would rather focus on more light and fun themes of life. However, Pluto is also a placement where it is inevitable to look at. So Pluto, the house and sign that your Pluto is in, will be an inevitable life theme because like everyone else, we also die. So we're creatures that we are born and then we die. And with Pluto representing that cycle in our life, this is something inevitable and that we will all have to tap into, not necessarily when we're dying. I'm not talking about our physical death here, but what I'm talking about is that transformational cycle that is going on throughout our lifetime. Going through the cycle, we will inevitably get to the death and rebirth part, which is a very figurative way of talking about we'll hit the wall and we will have to ascend. So in a very figurative way, we will experience death and rebirth in our lifetime, regardless of if we're trying to get there or not. So controlling and really knowing where this death and rebirth, this figurative death and rebirth will occur in your life, and how you can tap into this energy and break the generational curses, will help you out, so you're not left shocked and completely, not knowing what to do when you're hit with that wall and with this necessary change. Pluto is very far away from Earth. So this is a point that I wanted to touch on, because people usually are like, oh, the planets that are further from us, they're very impersonal planets, so they don't really affect us in such a deep level. However, Pluto is not only one of the deepest planets, I think it's the deepest planet of our solar system, because it affects our subconscious and our deep engraved in us roots. But also it's a planet that represents the collective energy of transformation. So this impersonal planet represents the generation and the collective energy that has, and the people that have the same sign of Pluto are all here in this planet to change the world in a certain way. So today we will talk about the 3 generations of Pluto, from Sagittarius to Capricorn. So, Scorpio, Sagittarius, and Capricorn placements, because those are probably the ones that you will have. You will have one of those. And I want to talk about how these generations and what are the missions of these generations on Earth in terms of transforming themselves, and through transforming their own generational curses, transforming the world. This is this bigger theme of collectively that same generation needs to transform their beliefs in order to transform the world. So first, I will talk about Pluto and Scorpio. If you were born between 1984 and 1995, you are probably Pluto and Scorpio. These are usually the millennials. So probably your parents have Pluto and Scorpio, or somebody who is a little bit older will have Pluto and Scorpio. And Scorpio is actually the ruler of Pluto. So this placement is very powerful. And I think that you can tell when you look at people that are older than you. I'm 23. So if you look at your parents or someone with the same placement, you can really pinpoint that those people are people that they don't trust just anyone. They're people that really filter out and are here to teach us how to realize the truth and to not take things at face value. We need to actually have questions, question people, question things. Why are they a certain way? And really pinpoint the actual meaning and the actual intention behind things. That's what Pluto and Scorpio people are here for. They're very deep people that focus on the hidden truths. They focus on the subconscious. The way that these placements, Pluto and Scorpio people, will be able to break generational curses is by tapping into this deep energy, is by really questioning things, questioning the structures, the belief systems, religious, political, educational, all of those systems, and questioning them. Why are they a certain way? Why is this working out the way it's working out? And uncovering maybe hidden truths and hidden ways these structures function in a way that will bring clarity to them and to the world, into how to change them and make them better. They're here to really tap into the spiritual realm, into the subconscious beliefs, to shine light on corruption, unhealthy dynamics, and toxic patterns. So this, by tapping into this energy, Scorpio and Pluto people will be able to break generational curses. They're here to talk about the occult, taboos, to talk about and be very fearless and very strong and very creative, and to show their strong beliefs to the world. Something that millennials have really brought into perspective and into the light of other people being able to see. So are stuff like astrology, embracing your sexuality, embracing who you really are attracted to. So talking about topics like taboo topics like female rights, talking about Black Lives Matter, those are all themes that are brought up by millennials. So you can see that there is this taboo, a little bit uncomfortable themes that are being represented by and brought into the light by Pluto and Scorpio people. So this is how Pluto and Scorpio people will be able to break generational curses. Now moving to Pluto and Sagittarius, this is a very interesting generation. I myself am Pluto and Sagittarius, and these are the people that are born usually between 1995 and 2008, and they're considered the Gen Z generation. So having Pluto, a planet that is very heavy, representing death, transformation, rebirth, anxieties, fear, deep change, deep-rooted change, in such a light sign such as Sagittarius. Sagittarius is a visionary. Sagittarius is a very light-hearted, fun, wants to explore and wants to learn new things and find new ways to learn things. In such a deep planet, that is a very expansive and aware placement. With this sign, with Sagittarius and Pluto and such a deep planet, those people are here to really balance out the darkness and the light and to really bring into the surface actual new ways and new ideas to structure the bigger entities and the bigger groups of our world, such as, like I said, political groups and political institutions, educational institutions, the way we traditionally work a 9 to 5, and all of those systems are being transformed by Pluto and Sagittarius. And you can see this energy, this open energy that really integrates the shadowy realms explored by Pluto and Scorpio in a very fun, light-hearted way by really tapping into this collective need to change our structures and our systems and make them lighter and fun, and allowing people to be themselves and to be authentic and to live instead of working at all times. So some things that are being brought into the light from Sagittarius people are the rise of mobile phones, the rise of smartphones, the rise of internet, of worldwide connectivity, and also the rise of learning about climate change and discussing environmental issues. So those are all themes that are being brought up by by Pluto and Sagittarius people, that will allow that generation to break generational curses and past life links. Sagittarius is a very light sign, like I said, a very optimistic. They always try to see the better side of things. They're never overthinking and being sad about things in advance. They're always trying to see the bright side of things. And this is also how Pluto and Sagittarius people are able to transform and really learn karmic lessons and break their generational curses, is by sharing that light, optimistic energy with others and exploring the transformation of the systems with this energy, that they're being able to change. For example, we can see that the 9 to 5 millennial type of working is not working out for Pluto and Sagittarius. And there is this big collective shift in the way we work, because now Pluto and Sagittarius want to have more time for themselves, have more time to learn, to connect with other people internationally, to connect with people online, and to travel. So to do so, we need to change the way we traditionally work and the way that the systems traditionally work, because we cannot be doing all of those things when working a 9 to 5, when having to take 3-year courses for university. So Pluto and Sagittarius people are trying to change that. And if you notice, a lot of the Pluto and Sagittarius people are actually giving rise to social media creation, to being a creator, to being a YouTuber, to working remotely, and to be able to sustain yourself full time by using your phone and by connecting to other people, by actually being different, and not only being different, but expressing yourself authentically in a light and creative and optimistic way, and also attracting people to you internationally through social media that want to do the same. And this is how you will be able to break your generational curses, Pluto and Sagittarius, is by doing just that. It's by connecting with people online through social media, by challenging the systems and challenging the traditional way educational systems work, by working remotely, by tapping into this free energy and really being able to transform your past life links with the themes of Sagittarius, which are new ways of educating yourself, new ways to traveling the world, and connecting with other people. Now, Pluto and Capricorn. Pluto and Capricorn are the new generation. They're born between 2008 and 2024. About how Pluto and Capricorn people will be transforming the world and how they will break generational curses when they get older. Because this is very interesting. If you're having a child right now, your child will have most likely Pluto and Capricorn, and this is exactly how they will be able to transform the world and break generational curses. So Capricorn is a very serious sign. It's a leader. So Capricorn has this ability to bring transformation through being a leader and through being very powerful and focused in their work. So whilst they're the youngest generation of Pluto that are currently being born, they really have and hold this power to show us and to show the past generations and even the future generations how to be efficient, how to be targeted, and how to reconstruct and transform. So whilst Pluto and Scorpio are here to actually show us what we need to transform. I'm sorry for the airplane. So Pluto and Scorpio are here to show us what we need to transform. Pluto and Sagittarius are here to challenge and show us new ways of doing the things that we need to transform. Capricorn, Pluto are here to actually transform and to actually do that reconstruction with their own two hands. So this is going to be a very beautiful generation, because they will actually take all of the lessons from the other Pluto placements and they will be able to put it into actual physical actions and to actual physicality, and they will actually be able to transform the systems, the structures. They're here to not fit in. They're here to work into not fitting in. And I think that is very beautiful. And they're here to make things better and to really integrate the lessons from the previous generations. They're ready and they're willing to make a plan, to follow the plan, and to actually change ourselves. So something that will bring the generation in Capricorn, Pluto and Capricorn will bring is actually more structure, more calm, more steadiness, and more purposefulness in your work, in your life, and in the life themes in general. Capricorn, Pluto. So something I wrote here is, yes, again, I wrote they can integrate the Scorpio Pluto transformation that they have showed us we need to do, and the expansive metamorphosis of Sagittarius Pluto, and create a new way of living, a new structure, new work ethics, new relationships, and new systems. So this is about the signs that your Pluto placement is in. And I will probably make a separate video. Let me know if you want me to make a video about the houses and how your Pluto placement and different in your houses affects you and how you will exactly be able to break generational curses. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and let me know any questions you have in the comments. Thank you very much, spiritual friend, and I will see you in the next one. Don't forget to follow me, subscribe, and follow my social medias. Thank you very much.